Now for our next speaker. Chesca is a nurse by profession, but explored the sales industry by working in a cosmetics medical company way back. She started as a sales representative and rose to a managerial position, handling local brands and eventually international brands. That is where she met her husband, Fabio, and the start of having a family life, having two beautiful kids named Shanna and Nigel. Years passing, she pursued her passion for health and wellness, as well as for the beauty industry by creating a company with her husband, building a dedicated team that, until now, 7 years later, are still part of the growing team. She joined JCI Makati Princess Urdua in 2015 and became a regular member in 2016. She since joined the organization. Since she joined the organization, Cheska has been unstoppable. On her first year alone, Cheska actively participated in several local organization projects and international events. In 2017, she was elected as the Director for Business, and though she was at that time delicately with a child, she was still able to perform her duties and was able to conceptualize and implement successful and well supported fundraising projects. In 2019, she became the Vice President for Internal Affairs and pushed the thrust of JCI Makati Princess Urduha further on being forerunners of women empowerment by overseeing the community programs and projects as well as the membership development. A wife, a mother, a businesswoman, and a true effective, compassionate, fearless leader. That's who Cheska is. And this year, 2021, even with all the uncertainties we are facing, with the support of her family, team, friends, the 2021 Board of Directors and members of JCI Makati Princess Urduha, Cheska is more than ready to take the chapter in such great heights with service beyond boundaries. To talk about service beyond boundaries as one team, one family, one JCI Makati Princess Urduha, live streaming from Makati City, ladies and gentlemen, Chesca Carrere.
Thank you so much, Ange, for that very, very wonderful introduction. Again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chesca Carrere, the 2021 Local Organization President of JCI Makati Princess Urduha. I am a mother of two wonderful and beautiful kids. I'm also an entrepreneur. I am the president of Derma Cosmetic International Marketing Corp, and we actually specialize in skincare, beauty and wellness, as well as your dermatologic and aesthetic needs. JCI Makati Princess Urduha has been an active part of our nation's pursuit for active citizenship by empowering young individuals, especially women in the community, for business development, responsible leadership, and heroic values and international goodwill. We actually take pride on being the premier all-female chapter in the Philippines, on being an organization of innovative women, pushing forward positive change in our community and empowering other women in the society. This year, we are actually guided by our theme, Service Beyond Boundaries. With all these worries and uncertainties that are actually facing right now, brought to us by the pandemic and natural disasters, as empowered women, we should not feel limited, constrained by our fears. But of course, how do we push for service beyond boundaries as one team, one family, and one JCI Makati Princess Urduha? I actually have three things in mind with that. The first one is to acknowledge your priorities and limitation. In JCI, we actually have the list of priorities where we put God's first, then ourselves, our family, our business, or our career, and JCI was actually the last on the list. We place God, or if you have other, the higher be first, because to serve purpose, we need to be nearest to the dearest. If you fill your heart with God's love, no matter how much you give or share to others, you will never be shortchanged. In short, your cup will always be full. You always have to prioritize yourself, because how will you be able to help others if we can help ourselves? But of course, as a mom, I can speak actually most of the mom in our organization, and actually to all the moms who are live out there, this is where we actually bend the rules, or bend the rules in this list. Because the moment that you become a mother or you become a wife, we tend to put our family first before ourselves. Actually, when I was called to be this year's president, the first thought that actually came into my mind were my kids. The mother's instincts think in me actually before the heart of being a volunteer. Knowing the fact that from time to time I have to go out for community service, exposing and possibly endangering my kids actually worried me, in these trying times with pandemic. But of course, I was very thankful with my supportive husband who encouraged me and assured me that everything will be fine. So I took the challenge. But, at this time, I also had to set certain limitations. I shouldn't just actually consider myself. Again, we also have members who are actually responsible for their own families, like their parents, relatives, and their loved ones. And actually, during these uncertain times, we realized that there is so much things that we can do, even we are in our confinement at our own homes. Technology actually has grown too fast that since the start of this year's pandemic, we've done several training and community projects just by simply communicating through our laptops and mobiles, through Zoom, Teams, all the apps that is actually available online. And the second one is find your joy in serving others. Actually, I guess this goes to whatever roles we play in life. We need to find that joy, whatever we do. Otherwise, we will feel hurt or resentful, taken for granted, neglected, unappreciated, and even discouraged of all the things, of all the effort that we are doing. So whatever is that you do, ask yourself, what kind of joy and fulfillment that this role or this job gives you? Listen to your heart. Dig deep into how much you will be willing to serve others. Why am I saying this? Because during the onset of the pandemic, I think all of you are aware that the beauty industry was not in the priority list. Businesses such as skincare clinic, medical spas were actually forced to shut down. So business was really affected. We have staffs here and abroad, and every day in my life, I always keep asking myself, what are we going to do with them? I always call my husband, what are we going to do with them? And I can relate to most of the people here who have businesses that thinking the same way as what I am thinking that moment. But of course, I just thought that more than the products that we have, it's actually our people are our greatest asset. And then I had to find our ways through the business just so we can continue to provide jobs for these people. Actually, it could have been easier, just to let them go, just like what other companies are doing. We have a valid excuse anyway. It's pandemic. But I had to be a leader and not just the boss for them, or it's just like the president of this company, but I was more willing to serve for them by finding ways to make our business thrive so all of us can make both ends meet. These people are not just staff to us. They are our family. For the past years that they've given us joy, we didn't want to let them down during this very difficult time. So always remember, find your joy. And lastly, I think a lot of people may react, but you might not be expecting me to say this, considering that I am currently juggling with different roles in life. But please give your yourself time to rest. Yes, rest. Take a break, relax, and unwind. Give your physical and even your spiritual body time to recover. Wearing so many hats in a day can actually exhaust not just your body, your mind, even your soul as well. So rest and give yourself some freedom for anxiety that is actually the number one problem that we are facing right now. On it just actually recently, me and my family took a short break in the farm. Though I should be very honest with all of you that me and my husband actually was a little bit stressed because we thought that there will be another lockdown and we might not able to go home and I will be doing this. So, but of course, behind that, it was still refreshing to be able to get away from all the other roles I play in life. Just be with my own self, just be a wife to my husband, and be a mom with my kids. I had the time to breathe and assess things and what I've done so far. Restlessness can sometimes cause us to battle or questions ourselves like, am I doing enough? Is this right? Or am I being appreciated? Actually, there's a lot of what ifs in our head all the time. So please, so rest, give us the time to silence our inner critic and allow us to refocus on our purpose. Again, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for watching us live today at the new channel. I am very honored to be part of the 22 keynote speakers with all the wonderful women with me for the Global Women Who Rule 2021. This is Chesca Carrere, and happy International Women's Month to everyone. Thank you so much.